Morning, students. Today we are going to deal the topic different stages of mining. In previous class we discussed pre-mining operations, in which prospecting, exploration, license, devegetation and initial growth treatment, formation of approach roads, procurement of machinery, land acquisition, environmental management plan completed. In this new topic, the main object of this topic is, after completion of this topic, the students able to understand or able to answer the questions regarding various mining operations, post mining operations and ancillary mining operations. As all of you know that the mining activity is carried on pre-mining, pre-mining operations, mining operations, post-mining operations and ancillary mining operations. Under the topic mining operations, this is the actual operations which are belongs to the extraction or actual extraction of the mineral present in the mine or earth crust. The common forms, the first and foremost thing is entry to the deposit. If you want to extract the mineral, it is very much necessary to enter the earth crust with some mode. Already we discussed in the previous classes which type of mode of entry is suitable for various conditions. Commonly the mode of entry is steps or haul roads, declines, inclines, adit, shaft. If the mineral is present near the surface of the earth crust or depth of the mineral is very less, then we go for open cast mining. That means steps are haul roads. In case of hillside deposits, we will go by adits. In case of steep deposits and the depth of the deposit is more, we can go by shafts. If the depth of the mineral deposit or mineral bed is moderate depths, we can go by inclines. Declines are used where the deposit is present in the hillside area, and if it is narrow deposits, then we can go by declines. This is the entry to the deposit. Entry to the deposit is mainly based on the topographical conditions of particular area, and the utmost and most foremost important aspect to be considered while selecting the entry to the deposit is the depth of the mineral. If the stripping ratio of a particular mineral is more, we can't go by ordinary methods or open cast methods. These are the mining operations. These are the mining operations. After entry to the deposit is either these are the various ways of entry to the deposits. The shaft is like this, the slope of the mine, and it is the open cast mining, and it is the drift mining. Okay, come to the next one in mining operations. In mining operations, development. Development is also called first working. Either it may be steps or haul roads or incline, decline, audit, incline, shaft, whatever it may be. A way will be formed to reach the mineral body. After reaching the mineral body, a series of narrow roadways or first working takes place. After providing approach roads, development stage starts. The mineral deposit will be developed. In development, driving of narrow roadways takes place along the dip of the deposit, as well as opposite to the dip of the deposit, that is the roadways driven along the strike side of the deposit. At the same time, the parallel roadways are also driven after leaving some coal or mineral. So almost a roadway, some of the coal will be left, and around the lefted coal roadways are formed. Those are called pillars. Those are called pillars. The pillars are used as supports until the completion of development takes place. Generally the development will be commenced from starting point to the boundaries of the leasy place, a leasy mine. After reaching the boundaries, again you need not to develop other than our border or boundary. A barrier will be left at the boundary as per the thickness specified in the regulation 99 of 4. A solid block of coal or mineral will be available in the entire area of the mine. Entire area of the mine. This Stage of formation of network of roadways right up to the predetermined boundary is known as development. In case of longwall roadways, in case of longwall mining, there are two types of longwall minings are there. One is advanced longwall advancing, another one is longwall retreating. Everywhere, almost all places in the world, longwall retreating is doing. Advancing is not in usage. Now, in longwall retreating, the development means a parallel roadways are formed up to the panel or predetermined length. Then these roadways are connected by a long roadway. From there, they retreat towards the entry point. Along the roadway, you will have face of the longwall. Nearly it is 60 to 150 meters. In modern days, it is up to 200 meters also. In case of longwall mining, nowadays everywhere the usage of longwall mining is very high. The main aim of development is to access the person up to the boundary and sending the fresh water for drinking of miners and to remove the water and to supply the ventilation. Ventilation is very important thing. And transportation of equipment wherever the work goes on, and as well as lighting. As mandatory, you are supposed to establish some requirements. You are supposed to establish some requirements like, as per the legislation, you need to provide first aid stations, rest stations, reserve station, and relighting station, charging stations, hoisting chambers. Some of the requirements will be developed or will be provided in after at the time of development. You are looking the development of heading. Here is a machine which is used to drive the roadway. This is the roadway. What we call it is as development of heading. The another most important one is, after reaching the boundary, what happens? You should not go to the enter into the other's boundary as per the license. So you have to come back to the entry of the mine. So most of the mineral is present in the form of solid supports called pillars. Only in the stage of development you will make or form roadways only. The length of the roadway, the width of the roadway is not more than 4.8 meters. It is 3, 3.6, 4.2, 4.8, whatever it may be. Not more than 4, as per the legislation, the width of the roadway should not be more than 4.8 meters. The height of the gallery should not be more than 3 meters. Whereas the width of the or length of the pillar will be the largest size of the pillar as per the legislation 45 meters. 45 meters. The length of the roadway when compared with the width of the pillar is very, very less. So most of the mineral is present in the form of solid pillars. Solid pillars. After completion of development, you are supposed to extract the mineral from the standing pillars. This work is known as depillering or second working. In terms of in coal mines, we call it as depillering. In metal mines, we call it as stoping. Absolutely, there is no difference between these two words except usage of mines, usage in mines. In coal mines, we call it as depillering. In metal mines, we call it as stoping. Coal or ore extracted from the pillar block of the ore body formed during the development. During the development. During the development. The depillering operation is carried out in two ways. One is caving, another one is stowing. If the pillar is extracted, what happens? The roof is not supported by anything. If the roof of the particular area is allowed to fall on the floor, if the area is widened, what happens? The sagging length of the roof will be more. After a certain limit, the roof tries to comes down or fall on the floor. If the roof is allowed to fall on the floor, then the type of depillering is called caving. The another important one or important method of depillering is stowing. In stowing, the extracted portion or void formed due to extraction of mineral will be filled by incombustible material like sand or wastage or waste rock present in the extracted mineral. This is called depillering. There are two types of depillerings. The methods are there. One is caving, another one is stowing. If the roof is allowed to fall on the floor, then the method is called caving. If the created void or extracted void created by extraction of mineral is filled by incombustible material, that method is called stowing. stowing. Generally stowing, if the place is depillared with the method of stowing, then the subsidence of the particular area will be very less. If it is caving, there is a possibility of getting subsidence in that particular area. A trough-like surface will form. A trough-like surface will form. Generally, if the depillering is conducted with stowing, lot of arrangements have to be made. It is a expensive process. Whenever the surface is having structures like monuments and any important structures, right, like railways, roads, whatever it may be, we can go for stowing. We can go for stowing. This is the depillering methods. Depillering methods. The another one is exploitation. Exploitation is nothing but the process of gaining the mineral and marketing the mineral comes under exploitation. Marketing is gaining the mineral will come by various methods. Actual mining engineers talent will be tested here. Breaking, loading and transportation of mineral from the mine site. The complete work will be on the shoulders of mining engineer. Then the mineral will be sent to the metallurgical process. In case of coal, the metallurgy chemist's role is very less. In case of other metals, metal mining, lot of gang or waste rock will be there. In case of coal, to improve the grade of the ore or to enrich the mineral, beneficiations will be done. In case of coal, they will go for grading, and coal washeries are there. Coal washeries, they improve the grade of the coal. It is one type of process to improve the grade of the coal. It is a particular, it has a very particular method. It will be deal in the future lesson. In case of metal mines, especially ores like iron, the actual iron nearly 40 to 50% only. If the extracted ore is 1 ton, you will get only 0.4 tons to 0.4 to 0.5 tons of iron from the ore. So generally beneficiation plants will be placed nearby the mines. After beneficiation is done, it will be, the mineral will be sent to the marketing. Marketing is one of the major criteria. Whatever the mineral produced, if you are unable to market it, there is no use. So marketing exploitation is one of the important thing. Here we are seeing, this is the continuous miner. The coal seam is the breaking and loading of coal by continuous miner. This is the pick. This is the coal loading in a depillering panel. These are the various mining operations. In various mining operations, the first one is entry to the deposit, second one is development, third one is depillering. Depillering, there are two types. One is caving and stowing. These are the various mining operations. To conduct the mining operations, another most important one you need to have is ancillary mining operations. These operations are not involved in producing the mineral or extracting the mineral, but these operations are needed to produce the mining operation or to start the mining operations, under which various ancillary mining operations are. These include strata control, transportation, ventilation, drainage, lighting, reclamation of soil or backfilling, environmental protection, slope stability, and pollution control. These operations are supposed to extract the mineral, but these operations are not involved in extracting the mining operations or extract the mineral. These include, one of the major thing is strata control. Strata control coal is a bedded deposit. After entering into the coal bed, we will form roads, series of parallel roads, right angle to each other. Then there will be pillars are formed. After extraction is done in a underground mine rocks, what happens? Originally it is in equilibrium state. After extraction, there will be a disturbance in equilibrium state of that particular place due to the lateral pressures and forces altered due to the extraction or development of the particular area, particular mineral or particular mine, due to the imbalance of the pressures or imbalance of the equilibrium state. The area moves to become equilibrium state. The immediate roof tries to comes down due to the gravity. To maintain the strata control, we use supports for strata control. Generally, supports are wooden bars, props, and chalks. In previous olden days, wooden is mostly used for mining purposes. Wooden is mostly used for mining purposes. Bars as well as props. Chalks is nothing but a sleeper like cogs are placed especially where the support is needed. After wooden, iron and steel are also used as props, girders, roof bolts, roof stitching, steel arcs, shields. Concrete blocks or precasted concrete blocks are used as supports. Another one is stowing. Stowing, after extraction, the void created by extraction of mineral is filled with mill tailings, boiler ash, sand.
భూమి ఎప్పుడు వినని చూడని కొత్త చరిత్ర సృష్టించాడు.
గలగల్ల పోరేటి గంగమ్మ తల్లినే నల్లరే గల్లకే మళ్లించినాడమ్మా. కాళేశ్వరము తోటి లక్షల ఎకరాలు కలకాల నాడించే మన పెద్ద రైతన్న. ఎట్టుండే మన పల్లెలు గతమంతా నిర్రేబారిన నేలలు. ఏడేళ్ల ఈ పొద్దులో చిగిరించే మెల్లగా మన బతుకులు.
Our gang arrived from the mineral. You are seeing the support. This is the most advanced support which is used in longwall mining. We call it as chalk seal supports. Chalk seal supports. You are seeing the canopy and legs. The link of upper portion to the lower portion is there is a link. This link is called lemniscate linkage. The bottom portion behind the canopy is AFC, armored face conveyor. This is, we call it as chalk shield support. Now you are seeing the support with steel arcs. These are the railway rails. It formed like a arc, and around the periphery of the roadway formed, the steel arcs are, we are seeing the steel arcs. Behind the steel arcs, here some parallel iron sleepers are here also. Iron sleepers are, this is the floor. Here railway line is there. One is for going and one is for coming. This is the support with the steel arcs. The another important ancillary operation is transportation. Men and material are transported from surface to underground, working and back to the surface. If it is far away from the surface, in case of incline, people tries to go to the working place, they have to walk 2 to 3 kilometers. and the material will be transported by rope haulages, locomotives, conveyor belts, winding shafts. Now you are seeing the drag line. This is the drag line. In open cast mines they use to dig the to extract the overburden. It is looking like small mission, but it is one of the biggest mission in mining. The boom of this drag line, if it is big one, 90 meters will be there. You are seeing the mine car for transportation of mineral. This is the old photo. This is the dipper shovel, and it is loading on dumpers. Here there is another view. Actually this is the dumper. A dipper shovel is loading on the dumper. Yes, this is nothing but transportation by tubs or mine cars. A set of tubs are filled in underground, and it will be hauled to the surface. By putting a engine that is called hauler. Generally almost all inclines are having direct rope haulage. If there are group of mines and all those are interconnected, then the extracted mineral will be transported to the coal screening plant by means of conveyor. Here the transportation by dumper, you are seeing the dumper. This is 35, 120, 360 ton dumpers are also available. $360-ton dumpers are also available. The another ancillary important one is ventilation. It is as per the regulations, it is the primary duty of owner, agent or manager to provide the sufficient ventilation with not less than 19% of oxygen or 6 cubic meters of air per minute per person employed in the mine, or 2.5 cubic meters of air per ton of raised output per second. Generally, the mine owner will provide, in case of underground mining, a large sufficient fan will be provided, a mechanical ventilator will be provided, nothing but fan. It will be air will be or ventilation will be supplied. The another important one is drainage. Whenever we entered into the mine, our roads are driven deeply. Due to the field channels, the water will accumulate. The water will be accumulated. The accumulated water must have to be pumped from the lowest point to the surface of the mine. Otherwise, there are some problems like the humidity will be increased. People are not work with efficiently or work, there is a hamperage of work. The another ancillary operation is lighting. In drainage, the pumps are provided, phase pumps and main pumps are provided. From there, the sending of water will takes place. In lighting, general every person is having, workers is having a individual light or cap lamp. In the prominent places like junctions, pit tops, pit top bottoms, and some other places, they will provide lighting. If the persons are worked in the areas where insufficient light is there in years together, they will get occupational disease called nystagmus. So, as per the requirement, as per the regulations, lighting must be provided to the working areas. The another ancillary operation is reclamation of soil or backfilling. After the completion of extraction of mineral, the void, in case of, especially this term belongs to the open cast mining. Open cast mining, the void formed by the extraction of mineral will be filled by the waste rock. In case of open cast mining, by using drag line, at a time the overburden removed in one place will be filled in another place of the already extracted place. The backfilling will takes place. Environmental protection is also an important thing. As per the regulations, we deal with the mining operations license under the subheading license. The another most important thing is slope stability. The extracted waste rock or overburden will be placed in dumping yards. The slope of the overburden dump must have some stability, otherwise there is a failure takes place. This is one of the most important cause of accidents in open cast mining. In the recent days, most of the people are doing research on slope stability. Lot of methods are available to find the slope stability. What is the condition of slope of the dumping yard as well as the high wall of or hanging wall of the mine. Another important one is pollution control. Mining is an activity against nature. Always you will get a lot of pollution while doing the mining. due to the transportation of mineral and traveling of heavy earth moving machinery, huge amount of dust raised in the environment, and lot of pollution will occur in case of mines like radioactive elements like uranium. Lot of pollution will come into the environment due to the improper disposal of waste. In waste rock also some amount of radioactive elements are there. Those will radiate in the surrounding atmosphere. Due to the radiation, people will get lot of diseases. People will get lot of diseases. So these are the ancillary mining operations which are conducted during mining. These are also very having lot of importance. Okay, I hope you understand well these two topics, various mining operations and ancillary mining operations. Okay, thank you.